want to talk about this meme that has been going around. I did not watch the season of the Real Lives of Mormon Wives or whatever. The first season was enough to suffer through, and it's hard for me to tell them apart. Even the mixed one, I can't tell them apart. But I do remember the dynamic between Zach and Jen because I found it so like unsettling. And this meme came across my FYP page, and apparently it's a trend, and it says, "My ancestors looking down, knowing I'm going to end my pure white bloodline." Let me just say that if this were any other white man, I might have found it funny. But with him, given the context, I just can't laugh. I cannot laugh. One, knowing that he dyes his hair blonde, and I would be suspicious of any adult man that does that. Two, knowing the dynamic between Jen and her inferiority complex on the basis of her socioeconomic status and her race, her talking about her mother cleaned the hospital that his family worked in. This girl clearly has low self esteem, and I would not be surprised if that extends to her ethnicity and her race. Another issue I take with it is that the culture he was raised in, like these are the actual belief systems of his culture. I'm sure someone has probably said that to him or about him, probably in his family. So just because there's a grain of truth in the joke, and just because you're in on the joke, doesn't mean the joke is any less kind of gross. And I think in this case, given the dynamic between them, the narcissistic abuse, and from what I'm hearing, he has become more strategic in how he enacts that abuse towards her this season, just made this joke totally gross. And I want to say another thing because I saw there are a lot of Latina women who were saying um, that they joke like that with their white husbands all the time. And let me just say to those, like, we see you. Like, we know how Latin culture is, and this idea of advancing the race and whitening your bloodline is a good thing. So the fact that you laugh about it doesn't make it any less a part of your culture. That white supremacy is also a part of your culture. And it's just gross all the way around. I find him despicable. Like I said, I would never trust a grown man. I would never trust a grown white man that dyes his hair blonde. I would never trust a grown black man that perms his hair. I just do not trust Zach. But I guess it doesn't matter because, like I said, I can't sit through this season of the show. I'm just watching the recaps. So let me know what you think.